Hi guys! Today I have a better late than never 7 by Spring project pan update for you. And I apologize that this video is coming out like a week late. I try to have these up at the beginning of the month, but I ended up with the flu or something along those lines. I don't know if it was the flu for sure, but it was bad. So I took like a week away, but I'm really happy to be back. So this is my 7 by Spring project pan. It's very simple. I have 7 makeup products that I want to try to finish by the beginning of spring. This year, the first day of spring is March 20th, which is originally when I planned to cut off this project, but that is coming up so fast. So I've decided to go ahead and extend this all the way through the end of March. Since my last update, I've hit one of my goals out of 7. So that is good. I remember in my last update I said that I was hoping to have 2 or 3 of my goals met by my next check-in, but that unfortunately didn't happen. I feel like this project is flying by, and I am hoping that I'll be able to hit, well, obviously I want to hit all my goals by the end of the project. It's gonna take some dedication. It's gonna take some dedication, but I actually still think it's possible. So I'll go ahead and share the exciting update first. Some of you might already know this if you watched my everyday makeup drawer reset from a couple weeks ago, but I finally hit pan on the Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Blush in Nude Kiss, and the pan has definitely expanded since that video because I think in that video I had just like the tiniest sliver. Now look where we are. It took so long. This is really, like, it's not a very deep pan, even looking at it now. I still can't believe it took as long as it did. Since my last update, I've used this 9 additional times, and since the start of the year, the very beginning of the project, in total I've used this 15 times. Anyway, the pan is hit, which means this has technically been completed in the project. I wasn't sure whether I was going to just keep it in the project the entire time. I think I will. I think I will just keep it in through the end of the project just so that I can keep expanding the pan, and I'm just curious to see how much further I can get by the end of this. So that's my exciting update. Moving along, everything else has really good progress. Don't get me wrong, I know I was sounding kind of defeated at the beginning, but everything has pretty steady progress. So next up I have the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. This is a mini size. It's kind of hard to draw a tally on this because I do see that there's some product coating the sides. So eventually I'll get in there with a spatula, but for now I have just kind of tallied it where it is all collected at the bottom. And I did make a good chunk of progress since the last update, especially considering how this bottle gets wider as you get to the bottom. But I also will point out that there's a thick layer of glass at the bottom of the bottle. Really, the product ends about here. So I definitely think this will be finished by the finale. I actually really enjoy using this product as a makeup step specifically. I don't so much use it as like a skincare serum, which you can use it that way too. It can kind of be either or. I like to mix it with concealers to make like kind of a skin tint. There's something magic about this product. I don't know what it is, but it just mixes so well with complexion products. Since my last update, I've used this 6 times, and in total, I've used it 14 times. So I didn't use it quite as much this past month, but I'm definitely confident that I'll have this empty by the end. Then the product that I've been mixing this with is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I wear these two mixed together all over my face as a base, and it's beautiful. Like, I'm gonna really miss that combo when it's finished. I actually did make more progress on this than I did in the first month. I actually used this 26 times since my last update. I used it a ton, like almost every single day, and some days I am using it twice, once as a foundation and once as a concealer. I do count that as 2 separate uses, and so that is the amount of progress I was able to get. In total so far this year, I've used this 40 times, so I don't know if I'll fully finish it by the end of March, but I think I'll probably come pretty close, and if I don't, that's fine, because I know I'll still use it up at some point this year. This one I am so close to being finished with. This is the Uoma Double Take Contour Stick in White Pearl. I'm only focusing on the contour side of this. I'm really close to getting to the end of that nub. I have almost leveled it out, so I think I will go ahead and probably in the next few days scoop it out, and I will make every attempt to finish all of it by the end of the project. Either way, I definitely think I will be getting it leveled out very, very soon. I used this 9 additional times since my last update, so in total this year I've used it 16 times. I was so hoping to have a more exciting update on this one. This is the ColourPop Single Shadow in La Playa, and I do have this on today. I've been wearing a lot of mint green looks lately, and I know, like, I have such a dip in here. I really thought today might be the day. I used this 3 additional times since my last update, and in total this year I've only used it 6 times so far. That's not that many uses when you think about it, so I think if I can use it 4 more times by my finale, I really think we should have a pan in there. Which I do think I'm getting just more into this color now that it's March. I'm definitely feeling green and just spring colors. And it's really nice because even though I would consider this a color rather than a neutral, it's nice and subtle. So I feel like I can wear it with even more neutral looks because it's very subdued. And that's what I love about pastels. The last 2 things I'm working on are lip products. We have the e.l.f. Hydrating Core Lip Shine in Happy, a nice, very subtle, rosy, My Lips But Better sort of shade. I used it a bunch more since my last update. I've used it 11 times since my last video, for a total of 16 times so far this year. Despite that, I feel like I barely moved it on the paper, but I mean, when you look at it, it doesn't look like there's that much. Like, this is all that twists up. Even though it doesn't look like I'm getting very far on my paper, compared to how much I had when I started, I don't know how realistic it will be to finish this in the next, like, 3 weeks, basically. I could try to just use this a ton. I think if I do, I very well could finish this. But if I don't, and that's fine. I have used it as a blush once. I do think if I do that more, I should see faster progress. So I'll try to remember to do that as well. But I would like to just try to really diligently use this. This one I'm not so confident that I'll actually finish it. But who knows, maybe I could. This one I do feel more confident that I can finish it. It's the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Gloss in Juicy Watermelon. This, it was hard to tally because this has been in my purse, like laying on its side all day, and I just took it out like an hour ago. So it hasn't been standing upright long enough for everything to settle. But I've gone ahead and marked it where things are currently settling, but there is still some coating sides as well. That being said though, I can now fully see the entire doe foot applicator through the packaging, which means that it's not really reaching any product anymore. Like when I pull it out, it's really only the very top that has gloss on it. So I think I'm actually closer than I even realized to being finished with this. Yeah, like when I actually look down in there, there's not much. So I think pretty soon I'll be removing the stopper and probably just scraping everything together and then putting the stopper back in because I don't want it to become a gloopy mess. I don't want to have that annoying experience with a product that I love so much. But I love this gloss. This is the first shade I tried of this gloss, and it's what made me absolutely fall in love with this formula. It is so beautiful. I have it on my lips right now, on top of the NYX lip pencil in the shade Pale Pink, which is a very like cool toned pink, very like light springy pink. I used this 8 times since my last update, and in total this year I've used it 17 times. So I know last time I said I wanted to have this finished by this update. Obviously, I'm not quite there yet, but I think I am actually really, really close. So I'm pretty certain I'll have 3 new empties by the end of March, which is so exciting. 3 pretty big makeup empties, especially the contour. But thank you guys so much for watching today's update. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my finale at the end of the month. But I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll talk to you very soon in my next video. Bye!